Good morning and welcome to your daily dose of Capsule Machina. Today we are working on the Delica. I was trying to get the horn situated, but failed miserably. So I'm going to figure out what's going on with it because I know it worked when I had the stock steering wheel in. The horn just would go off randomly, and it has something to do with the membrane that it's set up with. So part of the reason why I replaced the steering wheel was because the airbag, I couldn't trust that, and the horn issue. So I know it works. I did have to remove the fuse when I had the stock steering wheel in, so I'm going to check that. The thing is about the fuse box and the interior and exterior of the Delicas are that it is in kanji. So using Google Translate, I'll give you a quick show here. Google Translate here on my phone. I can zoom in and figure out what's what. So the horn is in this orientation here, so I got to figure out which way this goes. So I'll leave that there. Check that fuse, see if it's all good. Then I'll start removing the horn from the Momo fender and the column. I have to remove the column to see if power's going through. Because I did hook up the Honda, I don't know what you want to call it, the Honda Copper Connect, whatever, to continuously continue the ground, I guess you could say. So there is that connection there. I did have to, like I said before, I did have to take the clock spring off because it was just protruding too far with this adapter. It wouldn't work. Fingers crossed, if all ends fails, I'll have to get an exterior system and do that whole thing, which I don't want to do because I really rather have it here versus a button on the dash or something. So I'll take you through this journey. We'll see what happens. And I need to rehook or reconnect the turbo timer, which one I do decide to stick with. Either the Fizz turbo timer that it came with or the OG HKS. The good thing about this Fizz one is it just does what it needs to do. And it's small. Period correct, because it came with a car. But my OG one, the OG HKS one, is pretty cool too. So we shall see. Stay tuned. All right. I'm gonna bring you in, and you can witness the majesty of the rat's nest that I created. All these connectors are here for the dash cam. The fuse in question is this one here. Always check to see if your car has with it these handy dandy fuse pliers or fuse tweezers to remove your fuses. Easy breezy. Checked. Good to go. So I know it's not a fuse issue, which is good. Put everything back and start removing what's the dash or the column and the button on the Momo fender, so I can figure that out from there. All right. All right, so I removed the panel. You saw that through the time lapse. I wanted to make sure this was all wired up correctly. This is for the SRS light. Oops, sorry, SRS light. That's all good to go. So there's just one wire here that I used that little Honda Connect thing that touched the back of the off. I wish I okay, gets it right there to make that constant connection. So this is a positive, and it makes the connection, and I'm assuming it's going to this, and once you ground it, it should work, right? So I got my little test light, right, and I have it hooked up to some ground. So we'll give it a whirl. So with nothing connected, nothing happens here. If I'm touching it, nothing. I'm sorry, I'm trying to be a good cameraman here. Nothing happens, right? So let's give it some power. And give you a good view first. So I know my horns work. Now I need to figure out what's going on with the rent. So I'm gonna pop this off real quick. Awesome. I just yanked out my little connect. That's awesome. Anyways, so that works. So it's getting power to here, so that's connected. I'm gonna try something real quick. So it could be these buttons, but I mean, they've worked before. I'm gonna kind of problem solve, and I'll take you through it when I get it all situated. Okay, before I go too far, this is what I've come up with. So it needs to make that connection, right? All the way around, positive to negative, right? So I had this connected to the back plate of this, but it didn't work. But whenever I would just touch that to the steering wheel itself and press the buttons, which are over here when you toggle this left and right, it would go off. So I'm just gonna bypass this because apparently it's not working. I don't know what that's all about. And just bolt it here, so I'll have that constant ground, and we'll see how that goes. We shall see. Hopefully it works, and I can just move on with that. All right. I just went through a whole spiel and didn't record anything. Okay, let's try this all again. Turn on the key if everything works as it should, because I already just did it. And I just did it, and well, it does work. Okay, hey, Toto's gonna come on. I'm gonna move on to the turbo timer. Maybe put it somewhere else, or leave it in the same place. I gotta figure out whether I want to do the HKS or keep the fizz. Oh gosh, what do you guys think? Leave a comment down below, yada yada. All those car YouTubers do that stuff. I don't do this for the car YouTube. I just do this because I want to. We'll see what happens. Stay tuned. All right, check it out, peeps. I got this is the harness that's going to go to the Delica. Here is the fizz, and it beeps, and it has a 1 minute, and it just beeps, and shuts down. This is the HKS. Oh gee, it's just a matter of where to mount it and all that. I mean, Delica. The interior has rounded edges, unless even if you try and pop something up on top here, it's not gonna sit flush, you know. And if you put it down too low here, I guarantee your legs are gonna hit it. So I mean, last owner had it on the side here, which was kind of good. I don't know if putting it down low will work. I mean, I'm sure it will. It's just a matter of running the wires cleanly, because I don't like this stuff hanging out here. I'm surprised I didn't take this clip out earlier. I want to make it clean. I know, because I have this thing here from the Toto, and it's annoying. But stay tuned. We'll see what happens. Let's see what I come up with. All right. So I'm gonna go with the HKS, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it here, right there, like that. kind of out of the way. Best place, flat spot, and then I can run the rest of the wires up, kind of out of the way, and tucking that all in. Don't judge my wire wrapping skills. I'm not trying to win first place at Workfest or whatever. Because this OG HKS had a 4, I had to combine the green and yellow for the green, and then the blue to blue and red to red. Negative's going to go up to the column there. There's a ground that was originally there. Luckily this was already hooked up before, so this is the wire that's to the brake, the e-brake or parking brake. So I tapped into that. In theory this should all work and just function, and I won't have to worry about it. I don't know what this white one's for, and I'm going to keep it that way. So hook up the ground and then see what happens from there. Ooh, I see a little prong here that I might be able to utilize. Now it's kind of, it just cut off on you. The phone's starting to do its own thing. Okay, so I'm gonna button this up and see if it works. We'll see if it all works. So I'm not gonna mount this just yet. I wanna hook up the ground. These are all plugged in. This is all plugged in, and then we'll see if it starts doing a timeout here for the turbo timer. So stay tuned. Success. So I'm gonna clean this all up and call it. Cool. All right, so I was able to finally get this horn situated, bypassing this stupid little nubby thing that was behind this plate here. It really just didn't work. But yes, it does work. Sweet, because you know, it's funny, when you don't have a horn, that's when you need it, right? Someone that just is on their phone and doesn't realize the light changes and all that's super frustrating. So, little horn situation, all taken care of. We hooked up a turbo timer. Gonna see if I can't sell this on eBay. I mean, someone might want it. It's not really known. And when I Googleized it, one popped up on the search. Kind of a cool little thing though. Clean that all up, get it squared away, vacuum the van because the kids thrashed it. Took the lights out today, so I was able to fit my Fuji, Big Boy's bike, and Mace's bike in the back. In here, no big deal. So I'm gonna vacuum it up real quick and then close everything up, and we're good. Thank you for staying tuned. Much appreciated. Whenever there's something that needs to happen with Delica, I'll just videotape it, because there isn't much out there. I mean, there is for folks who want to turn these things into campers, and that's great. But I didn't buy it for that purpose. I bought it for the name, because I'm a Mitsubishi guy at heart. It's a Delica. How many of those are floating around here in the States, especially as space gear? Star wagons are awesome, but something about the space gear, you know. Four-wheel drive. It's an eye turner. It's a cool color. I mean, has what I need. But until then, please consider subscribing and liking and all that YouTube stuff. All right, y'all. Thanks.